Assalamu alaikum dear students, how are you? Hope you are safe and sound. I am also fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. It is Ahmed Ullah, lecturer at Rajakutra Model College. Today I am here with the subject Bangladesh and Global Studies for class 8, that is JSC Chapter-10, topic Social Problems of Bangladesh. So dear students, let's start today's class. Actually, today I am going to discuss an important social problem of Bangladesh, juvenile offense. The offense that are committed by the juveniles or immature boys or girls is called juvenile offense. The juveniles of different countries commit different kinds of offense. They are called juvenile offense, and those who commit such offense is called juvenile offenders. There are many regions of juvenile offense, but the main important offense that are available in Bangladesh, I am going to discuss. First cause of juvenile offense, poverty. Poverty is the main reason of juvenile offense in our country. Many desires or demands of the juvenile of the poor families remain unfulfilled. For this reason, they suffer from frustration, and this frustration lead them towards offense. That is, poverty is the main reason of juvenile offense. Poverty of the parent is the main reason of juvenile offense. Point 2, social environment. That is, improper social environment. The juveniles may become offenders if they do not get a healthy family life and proper social environment. Point 3, parental problems. The inability of the parents to spare time for their children or to give attention to them due to their extreme busyness at their working place or outside home are causes of juvenile offense. That is, sometimes the parents are extremely busy at their working place, outside home. They don't have a sufficient time for their children. This problem creates a negative impact on the juvenile, and they become offenders. Lack of affection and caring, lack of love and care, premature death of parents, or the divorce of the parents caused a juvenile offense. Next point, excessive punishment. If the parents punish the children excessively without logic, the children become offenders. Even excessive monitoring of the parents make the children offenders. That is, excessive punishment and excessive monitoring make the children offense prone. Next cause, conjugal problem. The unusual conjugal relationship between parents and their bad conduct also sometimes makes the children offense prone. That is, if there is no good relation between father and mother, this problem creates negative impact in the minds of the juvenile. Next, bad character of the parents. Bad character of the parents. There are some parents who are offenders, bad-mannered, indifferent, incapable, and absent-minded about the family. The children of those parents behave abnormally in the family. Later on, they grow up as offenders. That is, the children of offenders become offenders. Next point, lack of recreation. Many young boys and girls become offenders for want of proper recreation. The children who are associated with games and sports, music, drawing, picture, physical exercise, and different cultural activities normally grow up in a healthy manner and in a pleasant environment. That is, the children, those who get these facilities, they grow up in a healthy environment. They grow up in a pleasant manner. On the other hand, many are deprived of those recreational facilities. They seek other ways to get rid of mental dissatisfaction. They later on get involved with different types of offense. That is, if there is no proper opportunities for recreation, the children, the juvenile may become offenders. Next point, slum problem. Slum area. There are slums in different parts of the industrial area of the town. The slum environment and many bad incidents of that place make the children offenders. Many young children of the slum also get involved with offense due to bad company and poverty. That is, most of the slum dwellers are very poor. They forced to engage their children in earning, and as a result they mix with bad company and they become offense prone. Financial condition. The poor children become compelled to earn money, engaging in many illegal activities at an early age. They sometimes spend this money in gambling, taking wine or drug, and watching obscene movies. They get inclined towards crime in their attempt to earn money. That is, if the children are sent to earn money at an early age, they become offenders. Physical problem. The teenagers may become offenders due to physical problem, ill health and cripple, because physical deformity creates inferiority complex in the mind of the children. Those who are physically crippled, they feel inferiority complex in their mind, and this inferiority complex make them offenders. Mental problem. Mental problem creates inferiority complex in the minds of children. Many become offenders due to this mental problem. Emotion and genius. Too much emotion and genius may sometimes make the children criminal because the mental makeup of these children becomes more complex than the ordinary one. That is, those are too much emotional, those are too much genius, their mental condition very complex. That's why if they don't get proper opportunity to flourish their genius, to flourish their emotion, they become offenders. Next point, new living place. Some parents frequently change working place. The children of these parents cannot cope with new environment every time. They face a problem in selecting their new friends. In this way, many become offenders due to bad company. That is, if the father transferred from one place to another for business or for service, the children face a problem to select new friends. In this way, they may mix with the bad friend and they become offender following the bad company. Last of all, misuse of technology. At present, another type of new juvenile offense is seen in the society due to abuse of mobile and internet. Sometimes we use mobile and internet for negative purpose, for ill activities that make us offenders. So dear student, these are the causes of juvenile offense in our country. So we have to overcome this problem. Now, effect of juvenile offense. What are the effects of juvenile offense? What are the bad result of juvenile offense? First of all, effect on family. The peace of the family with juvenile offenders is disturbed. If a family with a juvenile, the peace of the family will be disturbed. They do not care anybody in the family. That is, the offenders don't care anybody in the family. They sometimes flee from home, from school, pickpocket of the parents and get involved them in different offenses. Now, effect on economy. The juvenile of Bangladesh sometimes commit robbery in group and forcibly collect tools from businessmen. They travel by train without ticket. They attack men, attack house, shops and vehicles and set fire the vehicles and houses. It affects our economy. That is, they destroy some economic infrastructure, sometimes kill people, sometimes set fire houses, economic institutions. In this way, their bad activities affect our economy. Then effect on society. The juvenile offenders sometimes commit unruly activities on the road, beat people, blast bombs, etc. Sometimes they even murder. As a result, peace of the society hampers. Next, effect on female education. Bad effect on female education. Recently, teasing by juvenile offenders is increasing in all places, both in town and village. The juvenile offenders utter filthy and offensive words to the girls. The girls cannot go to school and college safely due to the juvenile offenders. If they do not respond to the illegal proposal of the degraded juveniles, they kidnap and physically torture the college and school-going girls. They also throw acid on the girls. In their attempt to protest, the guardians sometimes become victim of their attack. The institutional education of the girls is sometimes closed due to the torture of the degraded juveniles. That is, due to juvenile offense, the normal environment of the education of the girls is hampered. Now, effect on health. The juvenile offenders are frequently related to drug addiction and their other bad habits. They may suffer from physical disease such as heart disease, TB, cancer, asthma. Their mental health become very weak for this. Last of all, effect on morality. The juveniles sometimes misuse mobile and internet, watch obscene films, adopt unfair means in the examination. These vices affect their morality to a great extent. So dear student, these are the negative impact or bad result of the juvenile offense in Bangladesh. Now, prevention of juvenile offense. How will we prevent juvenile offense? First of all, consciousness of the guardians. If the parents and the elderly person of the family remain conscious of the types of the tendency of juvenile offenses, the cause of juvenile offenses and its remedies, they can easily keep away the juvenile from doing any offense. That is, the consciousness of the guardian is the main factor to prevent juvenile offense. If the parents are conscious, if they look after the children properly, and then the juvenile cannot commit such kinds of offense. Responsibility of the guardians. Second step, responsibility of the guardians. The guardians could create healthy atmosphere for the mental flourishment of the offspring in the family. That is, there should be a healthy environment in the family with the children. They should watch over movement of the children. Where the children go, the guardian should watch over them. Their friends and associates should be inquired of. That is, the guardian should acquire the knowledge of their friends whom they meet. An easy and normal relationship should be built up with the children. Then they can easily keep away the juveniles from doing any offense. Next point, socio-economic program. Socio-economic program. The poverty of the family is a main reason of committing offense by the juvenile. For this reason, the employment opportunities of the parents and the development of economic condition of the parents must be ensured, so that the parent can fulfill the demand and desire of their children. The government and different non-government organizations must come forward to this effect, that is, to develop social and economic condition of the poor parents. Then, education opportunities. All children and juvenile must be brought under the primary and secondary education. If so, on committing one hand, they will be inspired by education to lead a healthy and sound life. On the other hand, the environment of school will keep away from committing such offense. That is, if the children are engaged in education, they will be free from such offense, and they will be a proper human being, proper citizen in their future life. Now, recreation. It is very necessary to set up a library and a gymnasium in every area and mahalla for the mental flourishment of the children and juveniles. The children and the juveniles must be kept from doing any bad activity. For this reason, there should be arrangement of showing them local and foreign movies which will give them pure pleasure. Obscene film and publication should be fully banned. That is, there should be proper recreation for the children so that they can pass that time and they can be free from committing such offense. Then stop child labor. Child labor should be forbidden because the poor children become compelled to earn money, engaging in many illegal activities at an early age. They get inclined towards crime in their attempt to earn money and by being greedy. So this step should be implemented in the country so that the juvenile cannot engage in any offensive activity. Last of all, protect bad company. Protect bad company. On one side, the children and the juvenile of themselves should be alert so that they do not get involved with bad company, and on the other hand side, the guardian also should always remain careful about this matter. So dear student, in this way we can prevent the juvenile offense in our country. No more today, dear students. In the next class I will discuss drug addiction problem in Bangladesh. Drug addiction problem in Bangladesh. So stay home, stay safe, study regularly. No more today. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.